Good morning, students of Saraswati Vidya Mandir, Barbasena. Class 12, Commerce section. We are in Business Studies, and in Business Studies, we are in chapter number 5. After planning, we start chapter number 5, Organizing. And in this chapter, we already seen that what is organizing, the definition of organizing, and the types of organizing, functional organization and divisional organization. We also read about the advantage and disadvantage and process of functional organization and divisional organization, and it is also read and understand by all of us that which type of organization should adopt the divisional structure and which type of organization should adopt the functional structure, and which is better for that particular organization. After the successful completion or made an understanding over divisional organization and functional organization, now we proceed on next point in organizing, that is formal organization. This is the formal organization is very important topic in this chapter, and several years in board examination, several years the question were asked from this chapter. So formal organization, first of all we have to be defined, as we know that there were two types of organization, functional organization and divisional organization. But what is formal organization? Formal organization is not another type or a structure of organization. Actually, formal organization, all those organization, either it is divisional organization or functional organization, all those organization in which there are certain rules and regulation, in which employees are bonds within in a certain rule regulation, they have to be performed their assigned duty. And if in an organization the employees were assured regarding their authority, responsibility and accountability towards a certain work, and they know that whom they have to be report and from whom they have to be feedback, then that type of organization which is legally organized, which is systematic bonds between employees, in which there is certain duty assignment and work culture, that organization is known as formal organization. It means कि ऐसे सारे संगठन, जैसे हम लोग का स्कूल है तो एक फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, एवरीवन नोज अबाउट देयर ड्यूटीज, ठीक है, एवरीवन नोज दैट उनको किनको रिपोर्ट करना है, कहाँ से काम लेना है, क्या काम करना है, क्या रूल एंड रेगुलेशन है उसको फॉलो करना है, क्या डिसिप्लिन के नॉर्म्स हैं उसको फॉलो करना है. तो जितने भी संगठन होते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होते हैं, ऑफिस आप देखते हैं, वो फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. तो ऑल दोज organization which is bond in a system which is follow a certain rule and regulation, those organization were called formal organization. So in another word we can say that formal organization, it is an official system of clearly defined activities. और फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में एक ऑफिशियल सिस्टम होगा जिसमें कि एक्टिविटीज जो है, डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज वो क्लियर डिफाइंड होंगे, यानी किसको कौन से एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म करने हैं, कितने करने, एवरीथिंग. इसके अलावा वैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, वर्क नेचर एंड जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, रूल्स, प्रोसीड्योर एंड रिलेशनशिप्स, which are intended to divide it into and integrate the activities of the organization. तो formal organization है, it is an official system of clearly defined activities जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, एक्टिविटीज को क्लियरली डिफाइन करेंगे. जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन को रूल्स, प्रोसीड्यूर एंड रिलेशनशिप विच आर इंटेंडेड टू डिवाइड एंड इंटीग्रेट द एक्टिविटीज ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. यानी एक ऐसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसमें जॉब एक्टिविटीज, जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, रूल, प्रोसीड्योर, सिस्टम, रिलेशनशिप, डिसिप्लिन सब कुछ बहुत क्लियरली डिफाइन हो और every work should be divided from each other. No one can interfere into another works, but all works are integrated towards the organizational goals. It means that formal organization refers all those organizations in which there are different activities by different employee perform in different ways, but in spite of this differentiation within organization regarding activities, job and work, they all are integrated towards a certain objective and towards a certain goal. That is the formal organization. Features of formal organization. What is the features of formal organization? The very first feature is it clarifies relationship and help to whom to has report to whom. Report to whom. यानी इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की सबसे बड़ी खासियत है कि इसमें जो एम्प्लॉयज के बीच रिलेशनशिप होते हैं, ऑफिशियल रिलेशनशिप, वर्किंग रिलेशनशिप, दैट वर्ड वेरी क्लियरली डिफाइन होते हैं. और इसमें हर व्यक्ति को, हर एम्प्लॉय को ये पता होता है कि उसे कहां पर रिपोर्ट करना है अपने काम के बारे में और कहां पर उसे अपने काम के बारे में कहां से फीडबैक लेने हैं, कहां रिपोर्ट करना है, कहां उसको अपने प्रॉब्लम रखने हैं. यानी एवरीवन नोज अबाउट सिस्टम ऑफ रिपोर्टिंग, system of feedback and system of problem. Second, it is a means to achieve objective specified in the plans. Actually, the formal organization is a structure in which work are divided in that type or in that way that the objective of plan can be achieved. So the main feature, the second important feature of formal organization, that it is a means to achieve objective specified in the plan. यानी formal organization became a medium, became एक माध्यम के रूप में उभर कर आता है जिसके द्वारा हम अपने प्लानिंग में जो हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं, लक्ष्य हैं, उनको हम प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. We can easily achieve our objective which is specified in our plans only through formal organization, because under formal organization work are done in that systematic way, that and that integrated way and systematic way that they can easily achieve objective and goals. Third, it facilitated interlinking of various departments. ये इंटरलिंक करता है फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. हम पहले भी बता दिए कि फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रेफर्स दैट टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन विच ए ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल वर्क इन डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स एंड परफॉर्म डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज, perform different work, but those all works are integrated in that manner that the goals or objective can be achieved. In that it means that formal organization facilitate the interlinking of various departments. ये अंतर संबंध स्थापित करता है विभिन्न विभागों के बीच, लेवल्स, डिफरेंट लेवल्स के बीच, यानी टॉप लेवल, मिडिल लेवल और लोअर लेवल के बीच, और डिफरेंट लेवल्स के लोगों के बीच इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. यानी द होल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैन बी अंडर फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, द होल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैन बी separated or in different parts, segmented in different types of their features and working condition on the basis of different departments and peoples. But they are interlinked. To perform a certain task and to achieve a certain goal. That is the important feature of formal organization, that in spite of different departments, different works, different people who work, different activities perform, but they are interlinked with each other. Fourth है, it is deliberately designed by the top management. यानी कि फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की जो संरचना होगी जो दशा और दिशा होगी, दैट इज डेलिबरेटली डिजाइन बाय द टॉप मैनेजमेंट. यानी टॉप मैनेजमेंट वर wholly responsible for the structure of formal organization, for the certain rule and regulation, for the systematic culture of working in an organization. The top level were designed, top level were responsible, and top level deliberately design its formal organization, and it also the top level has the right to mention some new rules and regulation in formal organization or eliminate some important less rules and regulation. Fifth है, it places more emphasis on work rather than interpersonal relation. यानी कि फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम पर ज्यादा जोर रहता है, ना कि अंतर संबंध में. यानी कि हम लोग बहुत सारी फिल्म देखते हैं जिसमें इंस्पेक्टर को केवल इसलिए उस पर शक किया जाता है या उसको उस काम से हटा दिया जाता है यदि पता चलता है कि जो कोई अपराधी है वो उसके किसी रिलेशन में है, तो कहा जाता है कि आप यहाँ काम देखिए. क्योंकि फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वर्क का महत्व है, काम का महत्व है, एंड वर्क हैव टू बी परफॉर्म इन ए बेटर मैनर rather than the interpersonal relationships. तो यही है फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर, जिसके कारण फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सर्वाधिक लोकप्रिय ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है. अब इसके हैं एडवांटेजेस ऑफ फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. पहला है, देयर इज नो कंफ्यूजन रिगार्डिंग वर्क टू बी डन बाय ईच इंडिविजुअल. यानी इसका पहला एडवांटेज तो ये है कि फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में किसको क्या करना है ये बहुत क्लियरली डिफाइन होता है, और इसके लिए किसी कारण किसी भी तरह का मतभेद या कंफ्यूजन नहीं होता है लोगों के बीच कि उन्हें कौन सा काम कब करना है, कैसे करना है, कितना करना है. एवरीथिंग गोइंग टू बी डिफाइंड under formal organization, so there were no confusion regarding work to be done by each individual. Second, unity of command is maintained, which avoid conflicts. Unity of command, yani unity of command, as we know that unity of command is a principle of management which is given by Puyol, and unity of command state that whenever command were given by top level management, it should be followed in that uniform shape to the low level management or to the subordinate level. So while any order or command were going to be straight from top level to lower level or to for the subordinate, there were no conflicts, there were no confusion regarding that order or command, and every order or command should be followed by everyone in same manner. There were no misunderstanding, no conflicts among as well as worker and as well as working relation. Third, it helps in achievement of goals by systematic work. Actually, in formal the big advantage of formal organization is that when work were arranged in a systematic way, and it is and it also perform in a systematic way, and work were designed also in a systematic way. First, the special people were assigned to do a special work, and it is also a systematic working condition. So that's all makes helps in achievement of goals very in a easy way, and much effort can be done by a systematic working condition. Fourth, it makes fixation of responsibility clearly and easier. Under formal organization, we can fix responsibility of every individual and clear their relationship to other employee also. So responsibility fixation is very easy and clearly under formal organization. That is the advantage of formal organization. And fifth, it provides stability to the organization. देखिए फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में सब कुछ रूल रेगुलेशन एंड प्रोसीड्योर पर बेस होता है, एंड दोज रूल्स रेगुलेशन एंड प्रोसीड्योर वर रिजिड इन देयर ओन नेचर, एंड सो it cannot be going to be deviate for any person or by any order of any person. So in formal organization, due to work nature and rule regulation and procedure and discipline article, the organization were stable enough rather than any other organization, and that is the big advantage of formal organization. तो फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के हमने फीचर्स देखे. इट क्लेरिफाई रिलेशनशिप एंड हेल्प्स टू नो हु हैज टू रिपोर्ट टू whom. Second, it is a means to achieve objective specified in the plan. Third, it facilitates interlinking of various department levels and peoples in the organization. Fourth, it is deliberately designed by the top management. Fifth, it places more emphasis on work rather than interpersonal relationship. Advantages of formal organization: there is no confusion regarding work to be done by each individual. Second, unity of command is maintained which avoid conflicts. Third, it helps in achievement of goals by systematic work. Fourth, it makes fixation of responsibility clearly and easier. And fifth, it provides stability to the organization. So students, I can hope that you all understand this formal organization topic. This is a very important point or topic of organizing chapter, and question must be asked in board examination from this point. So you all have to be clearly understand this and make your notes in your homework notebook. Till then, bye. Thank you. Stay home, safe home.